Hey everyone, it's Sammy from Push Square, and I guess in the latest edition of Gaming Drama Weekly, a bunch of people are irritated about Crash Bandicoot N. Sane Trilogy's exclusivity, or lack thereof. Now, I don't want to blow my own horn, but I'm totally going to do it anyway. I told everyone that this game wasn't exclusive back when it was first announced. But how come I wasn't deceived when so many others were? Well, given the current state of the industry, I thought it might be fun to put together a few tips outlining how you too can determine whether a game is, or indeed isn't, exclusive. Let's get to it. Number 1 is so obvious, but people fall foul to it all of the time. Now, with the greatest of respect to community managers the world over, they're just not the be-all and end-all. So when some poor person from PlayStation Ireland tweeted recently that Crash Bandicoot is exclusive to the PS4, they clearly just got the wrong end of the stick like everyone else. Mistakes happen all of the time, and to be fair, PlayStation Ireland corrected things quickly, but let this be a reminder that even if you're speaking directly to a community manager, they don't necessarily know any more than you do. Number 2 is to pay close attention to the language that platform holders, publishers and developers use. Perhaps the most infamous example of this is Rise of the Tomb Raider, when Microsoft said that the game would launch holiday 2015, exclusively on Xbox. The comma's so important because it basically says that the game will be exclusive to Xbox during a certain time period, and that turned out to be the case. Also, notice that they didn't mention Xbox One specifically. That's because the game also came to Xbox 360 on the same day. Sometimes you can learn more about a game by what isn't said than what is said. If you take Crash Bandicoot specifically, Sony never once said that it was exclusive. They said that they'd partnered with Activision, but that could mean anything from a marketing deal to technical support. In this instance, the game's likely to be a timed exclusive, but Sony's never going to talk about other consoles, and the deal between Activision and the platform holder probably prohibits it from doing the same. But it's obvious really, if a manufacturer's not shouting about exclusivity, then it's probably not exclusive. For PlayStation specifically, you can usually be sure that if the developer of a game is first party, and I mean by that a subsidiary of the company, not a partner, then the title in question will be exclusive. The ground gets a little shakier with titles like, say, Everybody's Gone to the Rapture, which had support from Sony Santa Monica but was developed by indie studio The Chinese Room. You can look at things like who owns the intellectual property for more information, but I don't think you can ever be truly sure of total exclusivity unless the developer of the game is a subsidiary of the platform holder. And finally, most of the platform holders use labels these days to determine the type of exclusivity a certain game has. The problem is that sometimes they get incorrectly attributed, but in general this tells you everything you need to know. A console exclusive, for example, is a game that's coming to the system in question and PC. Meanwhile, statements like play it first means that it's timed exclusive. It's really easy, you've just got to think like a politician. So yeah, that's my guide to understanding exclusivity. At the end of the day, it's not really as big a deal as people like to make out on message boards like NeoGAF, but I figured this video was worth making all the same. Be skeptical of all companies, they want your money at the end of the day. Just be smart and you should be okay. Thanks for watching.